for a few matchups, especially that seem really tough, like Snake, for example. I know he tries to grind, for example, with Apollo Kage to try and work on the Joker, just because Greninja Snake is bad.
Oh my gosh, I could not imagine that. Okay.
Yeah, but I do know at the very least, I don't know the last time these two played. I've seen, like, you know, there was an Ignition Grands where Ikan reverse 3-0'd Sam's IceKnight and then managed to completely take at least, like, you know, the set from loser's side in a 3-0.
Yeah, I definitely feel like with these two players, they've definitely gone back and forth, like, a lot. So I'm not too sure about, like, what their record is, but it has to be some sort of, like, even number, because they've definitely, like, gone with, like, game 5s or 3-0s or whatever else in between. They've been through it all.
Yeah, these players have been through it all. And also, just to note, Ikan has come on a absolute tear. He lost in pools and is all the way here. He has beaten Colorado 8. He has beaten Hereda. He has beaten Radacious 3-2.
2 more Chicago PR members as well, Hereda and Radacious, if I'm correct, right? I believe they're PR.
Yeah, Hereda is number 12, maybe? And Radacious, I believe, is number
top
3.
10 or something.
Yeah, Radacious 3, I think.
Oh, top 3. Oh, okay, cool.
Radacious had an absolutely incredible season last season.
Yeah, definitely.
But especially, like, you know, with these two players, like, it kind of, like, goes back and forth. And I remember, like, during that Ignition Grants, Ikan did say that he was, that IceKnight had a little bit of his number, and he just kind of, like, you know, needed some practice, at least how to kind of deal with Greninja.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like, with these, like, again, like I've said before, with unique characters like this, you don't really get a lot of practice like this. So it's hard when, like, you practice with someone that plays such a unique character that it's the practice you get, and then it's, like, in bracket. So it just feels a little bit redundant, but it's also like, okay, how can I spice this up? How can I, you know, mix up so, you know, my practice partner doesn't expect something that I've done before? Yeah,
here's the thing, though, is that these players, like, they grind. Like, they just straight up grind all the time. I remember that when IceKnight was getting ready, at least, like, to play Loaf on the stage, he was legit just, like, walked by. He walked by Sam T and he says, "You, come with me." And they just started, like, you know, just, like, playing.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
IceKnight, you almost never find him in a tournament where he is not grinding friendlies or tournament.
Yeah.
Nice up air into the true Shoryuken confirm coming out from Ikan, as both players at even percent, actually only at 0.
Yeah, another clean slate to start off both players here. And, man, I mean, pressure is crazy that, like, IceKnight adds. Like, in any sets that he plays, he has so much immense pressure that, like, I don't know. I just, like, I feel like with Greninja, normally I don't think people are intimidated by it. But the way that he plays, it makes me intimidated. Like, I don't understand it. Like, it's just very fluid, like, literally like water. I mean, that's the whole, you know, part of Greninja.
Yeah, the thing is, like, people have said, like, you know, IceKnight is one of the most consistent Greninjas is getting getting dragged down back air into turnaround down tilts, which is a lot tighter than you would normally expect. But that Hydro Pump is actually going to catch Ikan.
That is so unfortunate.
That's unfortunate because, you know, that was Ikan had some room. He had some percent, you know, to attacking a little bit more damage on the IceKnight.
Right.
So stop being taken so early is not going to be the best. That F tilt was so nice.
Yeah, I believe Ikan could still work with this, though. I mean, he has not cracked under pressure. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but he has so much patience with himself. And just, like, he's, like, at peace. Like, I don't know how he does it, but yeah. It
does seem, though, that, like, and this is one thing I remember talking about with Ikan before, is that IceKnight really dictates the pace of this matchup. Like, you see that, like, Ikan really isn't getting, like Ikan really isn't getting, you know, like, that many things. I say this. Why do I say things? I need to stop talking.
So who decides the pace of the game?
Saris, you got to get me off of commentary. I don't know why you brought me on here. I'm lying at literally every single aspect.
You're gaslighting our audience right now.
I'm gaslighting the audience.
How could you?
I'm never going to be hired for another event again. They're just going to
say,
yeah, this guy just always spouts false information. Everything that he says just does not happen.
Me when I spread false information on the internet.
It's me when I spread false information on the internet intentionally.
Oh my god.
Maliciously.
It was part of God's plan. Trust. Oh my gosh.
I like that Tatsu loose back. He's not gonna. Ikan not gonna fall for that Hydro Pump on the Shoryuken again. Interesting Nair as well. We don't really see those like Nairs come out of that focus cancels from Ikan.
It's incredible seeing Ikan take. Okay, no. You know what? I was gonna say.
Yeah. Now you know how I feel, huh? yeah. It doesn't feel good, right?
I'm trying to commentate according to like how the set is going, but it's so hard to catch up. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
It's 5-12 in Iken's favor. I'm curious how many of those were back during, like, especially that season, like, in the summer where, like, Iken just, like, dominated and he got #1 in the state, like, you know, for a reason. So, I don't know how many of these, like, them were relatively recent, but IceKnight looking...
I mean, either way, 5-12 is such a deficit. Like, that's, like, a bit more than half.
Yeah,
that's way over. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. That's a caught shuriken.
I mean, this might be, you know, the difference that IceKnight makes. I mean, the pressure is like, let him recover.
Yeah, you lose your jump off stage as Ryu, especially against Greninja. Like, that bear is just, you can't do anything against it.
Yeah, IceKnight is definitely fiending for this like top 8 spot, and honestly, I don't blame him. He's playing incredible right now. You know, the credit is showing, honestly. Like, he's definitely in it to win it, especially like Iken, like as you mentioned, making an incredible losers run, beating, you know, a few Chicago PR members, and, you know, like, even now, being where he is, both of these players are just, you know, immensely incredible.
Yeah. Saying this, IceKnight is continuing to rack on this damage, continuing to rack on this pressure. It just seems that Iken cannot get down. He does manage to get down with the focus cancels, but another grab from IceKnight. It just feels like this move from IceKnight is just being so elusive. It's being so tough for Iken to get in. He can't get anything started. He can't zone with fireballs. Yeah,
Iken is struggling to secure this first stock, and it's looking deadly right now. I mean, you know, with 83%, you're close to the hundreds, and, you know, with IceKnight barely at 107, he's so like he's got so much movement. I mean, look at him. He's jumping around. He's knowing when to avoid, and like he's good at that. He's, you know, that's what he's good for.
Yeah, one thing I do see that Iken is starting to look for, he hasn't really done these, like, you know, so far, at least in the first game, is those bears. And
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bear might kill.
Well, or that.
or sure you can.
Why not?
He said, you see that Street Fighter 6 presentation, you know, yesterday?
Oh my god. If Iken rolled in, that stock would have been gone. Wow.
Not quite.
Oh my gosh.
Not quite.
Ooh. Okay, but look at this comeback.
Yeah.
The percentage is like it's almost matched. Now it's matched.
The fact that proxy heavy jab does so much damage is kind of interesting, or it's kind of odd.
It literally looked like IceKnight went from like 0% to like 80 so quick. I don't know how that happened, but Iken is just like, I don't know. He knows his character inside out.
He just got it. He's with the up air as well. That's going to take at least off the top.
Yeah.
Good catch from IceKnight. Rage is going to help as well, so he will keep it at least alive for now. But yeah, IceKnight saying, I want to get out of there. Yeah, I am at 159.
I want no part of this.
I know what you're looking for.
I know what you are.
Ryu means wanting one thing, and it is sticking your leg out and getting caught.
Down tilt, down tilt.
Well, granted, that's also what IceKnight's looking for. But he had a nice bear coming out from Iken, so he is going to take that stock now. Not going to get too much percentage at least on the IceKnight. IceKnight getting too much percentage either.
Yeah, I mean, again, seeing how game 1 went, especially with game 2, with the lead that IceKnight had. I mean, now like with the last stock, Iken has completely flipped over the script.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky that IceKnight only got that one hit of the bear to actually hit, so it isn't going to actually break the focus attack. And we've been saying this, IceKnight is at 100%. You know, one good confirm at least into True Shore Yukin is going to kill at this point. One bear as well is definitely going to kill at this percent. That one up air into Shore Yu.
There it is. Ryu mains only want one thing.
You know, now to think about it, Ryu mains want a lot of things.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they want a little much.
They want too much.
Yeah, you gotta chill. Too much. Look, calm it down, Iken. Calm it down. We get it, okay? Don't need this.
1-1 though. I mean, I feel like with the past sets that we've covered over, it always seems like one player had the ante of like 2-0 or like 2-1, but with these, it's actually like this like 1-1. Like it's gonna be like this like effect of 2-2. Like they're gonna just go back and forth. I have a feeling about it. I mean. Yeah,
it's kind of that push pull. You know, we said that Toad last game. It was like he was at a roulette. It feels like both these players are at a jousting ring. They're at the Renaissance Fair. And they're just trying to get those, like, you know, like those one big pokes.
Yeah.
That's going to be some good damage as well coming out from Ikan. Another Shakunetsu as well. A little bit of damage like going to come in here and there. As yeah, light that high Tatsu coming out from Ikan. You did not want to get caught in that same situation from game 2, stock 1.
Yeah, no way.
That's just like, you know, asking for a wall of pain. The tech chase as well is going to get a kill.
Wow. Yeah, Ikan is definitely putting some. He's doing a number on IceKnight right now. So I mean, the thing is like, I feel like they both encourage each other in a way. Like, it's like this, like, game of tag, like a mental game of tag.
Yeah, I mean, these two guys are friends. I mean, a lot of people, at least, like, you know, are just, like, in the Chicago community especially. But, yeah, these two people just, like, grind a lot. And, you know, especially when you do have such good players with these characters, it's a good thing to have. He was almost going to possibly let that loose.
He was ready.
Good spacing coming out from Ikan. You could just see that little tiny pause. So he wasn't able to get bare, at least by Greninja.
Yeah, this lead is massive, though, from Ikan. And, okay, you know what? It's still a good lead, though. He's got 90%. And, I mean, honestly, probably just one, like, Shoryu, and it might close it out.
I think I'm realizing what I also do is that I tend to, like, you know, say things and they happen, like, 3 minutes later. I talked about that down tilt, that was, like, the back air and the down tilt from Greninja. And now it's the first time he does it.
Yeah. You're like the clairvoyant of Smash.
No, I can't even, you know, completely be false. Oh, no!
Oh.
He is going to be able to make it back, but that was almost really scary.
He's fine. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Oh, he caught the jump. Ikan doesn't have a jump.
Uh-oh. Now he does? Never mind.
He doesn't, and yeah, that Tatsu. Gonna get clipped. I like the idea, but just a little bit too low.
Yeah. 154%, though. I mean, honestly, just like one move and it's gonna secure it. Oh, maybe not just yet. IceKnight making it play that patience game right there on the ledge. Trying to land a few hits for some extra credit. 34%.
Not gonna do it. He's trying to also let that focus loose, but is not quite gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like Ikan cannot get this final hit. He needs it in order to get this damage back up again. And that's definitely not going to help as well.
Yeah, IceKnight is just beaming with this rage, and it's adding up. It's doing it.
He died!
What? Huh? Where was the crit? where was the screen that, you know, tells us that it's a crit?
I love how, like, you know, like back in the previous games, it's like, yeah, there's no kill screen, and then we saw the kill screen, you know, like in that, like, you know, regional like presentation where it's like, oh yeah, moves like slow down. We're like, that's awesome. And now when we just like, you know, see what we just saw in the past, we're just like,
wait, he died?
Wait, what? Wait.
Smash Ultimate is not real.
Smash Ultimate is a figment of our imagination. Sorry, guys, pack it up. Tri-Point Stadium 2 battle. Did you realize in the background this is actually these two players competing in Sonic Adventure 2
This is actually a simulation. None of this is real.
We are breaking free from the simulation. We need to get out.
Get out.
Get out!
Let me out.
Let me out.
Definitely what Ikan said, switching to stages here to small battlefield again. I believe this is where we started for game 1 and maybe game 2? I think game 2 and 3 were probably on PS2. But I'm pretty sure this is where we first started.
Yeah. Maybe. Now the question is, can Ikan put IceKnight into the blender, or is IceKnight just going to completely... Oh, that's a big focus. Not quite going to get too much off of it, but a little bit of damage. IceKnight only at 60% for now.
Yeah, it's still even right now. It's still kind of playing around, trying to figure out some, you know, momentum here.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum. I love that dash up. Yeah, he hasn't gotten those nairs into the dash up, like double jab Shoryukens in a very long time. So I'm really happy to see it finally come out.
It's a good start for Ikan here. I mean, I was going to say, please don't tell me I spoke too soon.
Yeah, that was good at least to keep his jump in that case. Especially even like when the bear didn't even work out. So first off all around for the most part.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely learned his lesson the last time he didn't save his jump. So he's doing the best he can that, you know, to persevere that jump, especially because, you know, Rio doesn't have the best recovery. So, you know, he's got to work with what he's got.
Yeah. You can mix it up, like, you know, a little bit, but, like, yeah, for the most part, especially when you have Greninja Bear on the back of things, it's just so tricky to get across.
Yeah.
He's actually going to get clipped on the ledge. Not quite going to get ledge trumped, but so far this damage is piling up. Ikan is at 136, but Greninja...
Yeah. He caught him lacking. Was that down smash?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? From now on, if I'm going to start to say something and they immediately do the opposite, I'm just going to say, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, I was totally going to say, yeah, Greninja's going to get this kill soon.
You know what just happened there? That's what I was saying. I was predicting that. I just like looked in the future. Speaking of future, looks like Ikan's gonna take the second stock off of IceKnight.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a jump. Oh. He doesn't have a jump. He lost his jump.
Wait.
IceKnight barely gonna miss that spacing.
See what I say? I saw the future. I just knew.
We don't have any Aegis players in bracket. What the heck is going on? Or there probably are some. Actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, there are.
I don't even know if there was any. I don't think I saw any.
Oh, there are. Shout out to JK. June Kim.
Oh, there are. Trust me.
Yes. the drag down, but not quite gonna get the tech chase off of it, so he's gonna eat 63 damage.
Dang. Stock lead here for Ikan, but I mean, if that's what it's gonna take to get him to that Game 5 situation, you know, Ikan is going to do it.
Yeah, you gotta take what you can get, especially with such a volatile matchup as Ryu versus Greninja. That's never a statement I thought I'd ever make.
Ryu versus Greninja. Oh, yeah. Up smash. I feel like up smash is like a net. Like it somehow just like catches you and you just don't expect it.
Yeah, especially it seems like very good in this matchup just because, yeah, if you miss the first hit, guess what? You're still gonna be locked in place from the focus, so you're gonna get hit by the second hit.
Yeah.
IceKnight is at 105%, and you know what? I'm not going to eat my words. IceKnight is at a high percent, and this means that the combos are going to start. The blender is going to continue. I was totally not going to say that IceKnight is near death percent now, but if I do say it, he might actually be at death percent now.
You know, they're probably both at death percent.
Yeah.
It just depends like what perspective you look on it.
The only thing I want to say is I want to make sure I'm not a liar for this thing. I want to make sure I don't say the wrong thing. So you know what? Both players are playing. They have percent on them. They are indeed fishing for moves.
And it is going to Game 5.
Going to Game 5 for now. And, yeah, this is the Game 5, especially at such a stats bracket.
Yeah.
Who is going to get onto that top 8 loser side?
It literally could be anyone's game because, like, we just, like, have this ping-pong effect going on with the games. With, like, IceKnight taking Game 1. Ikan taking Game 2, IceKnight taking Game 3, and then, you know, Ikan 4. It's just like that back-to-back motion. And with Game 5, I don't even know, man. Like, you would probably assume IceKnight because he's taking the odd number games. But, I mean, with the way that Ikan is responding, it could still be in anyone's favor. And especially with Game 5, so much crazy stuff happens.
So much crazy stuff. So much crazy stuff and so much early damage being piled up at least from Ikan. I do like though, like, you know, IceKnight. These bears are the main thing that just seem to be like the biggest thorn in Ryu's side.
Yeah, I mean it's doing a number on IceKnight. I mean I don't even, almost like again like 85%.
Yeah, I say that and then I can immediately parry the bear. So he's just like, bears? What's that?
What? Oh, almost landing that focus. That would have been super deadly for IceKnight.
Ikan's letting loose a lot more focuses than I've usually seen. I've seen him just, like, you know, use the focus for, like, a defensive reason. And yeah, it is using it at least in some regards. But he's letting a lot more of the punches actually loose.
Yeah. I think he's I don't know. I feel like focus, he might be, like, trying to rely on it just a little bit too much. Which, I mean, is never bad because, you know, you want to try new things and adapt to, like, you know, stuff that your opponent might not see. But, yeah, I feel like the bear might come in clutch, like, as you mentioned.
A little bit. Yeah, but that Tatsu is going to take it.
Down tilt.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first down tilt in Tatsu that Ikan, I think, got this entire set. And
probably.
gotta have it good stall. That's the one thing that I will say at least about like Ryu's recovery. The fact that like Tatsu slightly rises is so helpful for his mix-ups, because if he had the Tatsu down low, that was an IceKnight bear waiting to happen.
Yeah. He was probably waiting for it too.
Yeah. He was afraid. He didn't want to get hit by it.
So although Ikan has a stock lead here, you cannot play too comfortable against IceKnight, because like, you know, he's just gonna like land on you and then somehow find a way to take your stock, and it's just gonna be gone when you blink.
And these bears just don't seem to be linking. It seems that Ikan has gotten a lot more evasive, at least in his recoveries, but not quite gonna get it. Yeah, that bear is gonna, that up air is gonna put it in a tech situation. So Ikan was able to get away. That's a focus.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was not able to land anything with that. Another focus, but nothing coming out.
Ikan, I've never seen you throw out these many focus punches. Like,
What's happening?
Look, if you're still there,
If
it's really you, Ikan, blink twice. Blink twice if it's you.
Oh my gosh. 170 on Ikan here, still with 3 stocks. IceKnight on his last one, but gonna, you know, do what he can with this last stock here and putting Ikan into that fresh new stock.
Yeah, you just gotta keep it calm. You just gotta keep it calm with this if you want to try and bring this back.
It's definitely doable for IceKnight. For someone like IceKnight, it's not a problem.
Considering, you know, like how oppressive his like offstage presence has looked, at least when Ikan is offstage, like, you know, you can see it. Like, it's not impossible. Nothing is impossible in this game aside from
right. We've seen almost basically everything in this game that can and will happen.
Oh, no!
No!
Slight missed angle on that up in. I hate to see it set in like that.
Yeah, especially for losers.
Yeah, especially for losers. But, you know, good stuff leads to IceKnight.
Yeah, that was definitely a hard-fought battle between IceKnight and Ikan. I mean, I don't